Today's a big day, folks. So I've got some branches down below I need to cut up, and I bring them up to my neighbor for firewood. So today I get to try something new that I got for my birthday in July, and there it is. I have started it when I first got it home, but that's a brand new Stihl MS261CM. So this is the M-tronic version. I'm gonna bring him up to my neighbor's. He has an outdoor wood-fired furnace, so he can burn softwood, hardwood, you name it. So whenever I get anything of decent size or value that's not straight enough to saw into lumber, I bring it up there. I've brought him 4 to 5 cords of ash already this fall. I cut those trees down last year. And originally I was gonna cut them up and split them and bring them down to camp for firewood, but I've got so much cherry firewood down there already that I really don't need it. So yeah, we'll get to see the new MS261 in action. I've been dying to, oh, the snow's deep down here. I've been dying to use this thing, and today's the day, finally. It hasn't been started in 5 months. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing starts, especially since it's like 12 degrees out right now. So be interesting to see how well that starts. So let's get the show on the road. We'll saw these up, get them to reasonable lengths, then I'll go grab the grapple. We'll put the grapple on the tractor, and then we're gonna take them up to my neighbor's house. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Sun's coming out. Cold, but you know, when you're active and you're outside doing stuff, you get used to the cold, for one, living up here, obviously. But so long as you keep moving, you can stay pretty warm. Brand new. Just put a little fuel in there and some oil in it. I opted to get the 18-inch bar. It's got the light 04. They had a 20-inch bar on the one in the showroom, but I told them an 18-inch, I think, for this size saw is the way to go. I think that's how we start it, like my other Stihl. Ooh, that's thick, that's stiff. Let's see how it starts. They do have a decompression valve right there, which is kind of cool. Not bad. Incredible. It started nice too. It has a spring inside the pull string here, so that when you do pull a high compression saw over, it actually gives a little bit of cushion. That felt really nice. Sounds like it's idling good. The last time I ran it, it was about 85 degrees. So I'm not sure how that M-tronic works in terms of how long it takes for it to make adjustments, but it feels like it's running really crisp. Much crisper than my other saw. So let's take a couple cuts here. These that are hanging off, we can definitely go 12 feet with these. Oh boy. Yes, sir. That's fast. Try and take this one in half. Maybe not. Wow. Yeah, that's fast. I might have to bounce these around so I can see what's going on a little better. Some of the snow off. There's quite a bit of snow on these. Making some beautiful chips. Really nice chips. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bang these around a little bit, move them around so I can see what the heck I'm doing. My goodness, this made some beautiful chips. Look at this. Perfect size. Perfect size chips. And it tosses them out there pretty quick too. Super, super nice. The saw is so light. I'm gonna put this right in the scabbard in my winch. So we got, see, I got a nice little scabbard in there for holding the saw on this. That came standard on this saw. Or, sorry, it came standard on that winch. Take a couple more cuts here. Slab. Just gonna cut this in half. Trying to get this out of the way here. Let's see. Make a cut here yet. Cut there. Let's take this one right in here. Beauty. This one I can see pretty good down here. Boy, the snow's knee deep down here already. Holy cow. That way. take some off here. This is going fast. I had a little 251 before, MS251, and it couldn't hold a candle to this one in terms of speed. I think my lengths here are good. We can easily grapple all of this. Now we can maybe go over to this other one over here. I'm going to be out of view with that one. The free little quarts of pre-mixed steel fuel that they gave me when I bought the saw. I'm going to use that up first. That stuff is wicked expensive. If you're doing any kind of real logging, you're not going to be buying that fuel, that's for sure. We're going to put, hey, Maisie. Hi, Maisie. I'm going to put this stuff back in here, garage. Oh, I'm glad they left my bay open. That was nice of them. We'll put this stuff in the bay. Unlock the bucket. We'll go down and grab the grapple. Okay. We'll see you down at the grapple. Let's drop this bucket over here. Now the grapple. I'm going to clean that snow off there first, because if that gets packed in between the paddles on the loader and the attachment, then it won't lock in solid. There's a little bit of ice on there, but hopefully that'll be all right. I hope. We'll find out. Nothing on those. There we go. It's frozen to the ground pretty good there. Now we gotta lock it down and put those lines up. Let's see if it locks down first. Nope. Oh, there it goes. That little bit of snow and ice behind there can make all the difference with this. Yeah, I can see the gap down there. Bummer. This one here looks pretty good. Let's see if I can. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Now, I usually don't have much luck hooking these up when the tractor's running, but when I disconnected this, it was a lot warmer. So I'm wondering if maybe that fluid's contracted enough, but I also have to make sure I do the right one first, because the weight of this top piece here on those cylinders creates, believe it or not, creates quite a bit of pressure. Okay, we got this one in. Whoop, almost. Okay, yeah, this is kind of frozen a little bit too. It's plugged all the way in, but the collar's frozen. So, come on, girl. Yeah, can't quite. There it goes. There we go. This one here might go now, but if not, I'll have to play around with the. Yep. Systems to overcome that pressure. I've been meaning to buy one of those for a long time, but I haven't. So hopefully we can get this on without. Boy. Oh, the frustration is growing. It all has to do with the pressure that's making. And one of the things I'm thinking about doing with this is, one, building a stand, because this thing won't stand up on its own. I have to lean it up against something. Like over there, I had it up against those logs to stand it up. Come on, girl. Okay. Oh, about halfway there. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. The frustration is real. Grapple around here. And got it so that the hinge point on the grapple was at the top. And then I went into the tractor, I put it in accessory mode, and when I hit the two buttons to relieve the pressure, this piece here swung free, relieving the pressure, and then I was able to pop that other quick coupler right on. Actually works pretty slick. So I learned something new myself today. Holy cow, did I just get lucky. When I was climbing around the grapple, the magnetic wireless mic that I'm using, I use the DJI mic minis, and I just had it clipped to my sweatshirt. And when I was climbing around there, it stuck to the loader frame. And when I got back in the tractor and I started moving, I could see it was stuck to the loader. And good thing there's magnets on there, or that would have fallen in the snow somewhere and that would have been the end of it. But I guess today's my lucky day. All right, we'll go get some logs now. Well, the battery went dead. I think I had about, I don't know, 20 minutes of filming on it. Really disappointed with battery life on these things, man. That's why in a couple weeks I'm not gonna have to worry about that, because I bought myself a DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, and you know, they advertise a 4-hour battery, but from what I've seen, that's probably a stretch. Just gonna pile these up over here so we can just grab them and go. kind of view you're getting there. Be interesting to see if this is a good view or not from up there with a grapple. Might have to make some adjustments to that. Might be better up high, actually. So these logs have been sitting here since last January, February, so just almost a year now. They probably pretty well dried out, I'm guessing, by now. Normally when I do this, I leave them quite a bit longer. But with the snowbanks and stuff on the road, I'm not going to be able to get off the side of the road as much as I can when there's no big snowbanks. So I'm going to try and might get both of these together here. Yep. Can't get to the edges of the road as easily, so this one's a maple. Most of these are pine, but I guess that was a pine still too. I think that farthest one down is a maple over there. I'm glad he can use these because I hate to just put them in a burn pile. And I must give him at least 10 cords of wood a year, and he uses it. Boy, that old farmhouse, he's got plastic wrapped around it and stuff, but those old farmhouses do not heat well. That's a maple. I'm going to have to cut this one though. A couple times maybe. That's a long one. That's a nice soft maple here. hoping I can grab 2 at a time with these. I'm probably going to have to pick and choose which 2, because I don't want to make too many trips. Maybe I won't bring it all up there today. I'm not even sure if he finished cutting and splitting what I brought up to him last time. Yep. They'll burn it. I know I can get this one with another log in there at the same time. Key is to put a smaller diameter one in the back, so that when it clamps down, it clamps the larger of the 2. There might be another one hidden over here. Now that big white pine right there, that one's covered in too much dirt. That was the last one I dragged out, and no, there's nothing over here. I think we got him. And I didn't want to cut that dirty log with my brand new chain, so let's see if we got anything else over here. Oh, yeah, we definitely do. Get that out here. And there's one more little one down there. I'll put this on top. Got a lot of work down here this winter, just cleaning up from last year's fun. I think I've got 2 separate pieces. Is that 2 separate? Yep. So you're getting the larger one in the back doesn't work. You have to put the small one back there, so that when you grab the big one, it locks the little one in there with it. All right, so we're gonna bring these up first. No, he hasn't gotten to the other stuff I brought him. Yeah. You can see I brought him quite a bit of lumber. That's going to heat that house. Definitely finish heating it for this year. Okay, we're going to head back and grab another one. Okay. Maybe I can't. There we go. We got it. That was a pretty big diameter, that one on the bottom. We got it. We're getting there. 2, 4, 6, 8. Another 4 runs up there and we'll be done. See these red maples on his pile. They're great for firewood. Had to let that car go by. Yeah, maple's a great firewood. I've got two nice ones here for him. One that's a little longer. Yeah. Thankfully, they're not too long. So I dropped off that last set of logs, and Todd came out. He said, "Jesus, how much do I owe you for those ash logs you brought up a couple months ago?" I said, "Well, nothing." He says, "You gotta let me pay you." He said, "There's 4 or 5 cords of wood there." I said, "No." I said, "The neighbors are for." I said, "Someday you'll be able to help me out, pay me back." He was pretty thankful. And then I told him I had some red maples for him this time around, and a few pines too. And yeah, he was super thankful. Us Vermonters, we take care of each other. We definitely want to take care of each other. You know, I feel pretty fortunate that I'm able to have the lifestyle I've got. Not everybody's as fortunate, and I feel this is a real easy way for me to help my neighbor out, because I can't imagine trying to heat that old farmhouse. So he'll be able to keep that thing warm for 2 years with what I brought him up this summer, and now what I'm bringing him up now. I think the rest of the branches and stuff that are down in where the big trees came down, I think I'm just going to pile that up and burn it. It's so muddy down in there, I don't want to drag my equipment in and out of that mud 100 times. So I'm just going to put everything in a big pile and put a little diesel fuel on there and let it rip. Get a nice little pile of wood here for him. See, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good pile of wood I've got up here for him. But I know it'll get used, and I know he appreciates it, so it's all worth it. The Bryces, they have a massive sugaring operation up here on top of this hill. I don't know exactly what they have for taps, but I know it's in the hundreds of thousands. They're a great family. I grew up on this road, so I know them all really well. There's 5 brothers and 2 sisters. All the brothers' names start with T, and the girls' names both start with M. Great family. And their dad, Olin, he's 85 now, I think, 84. And he stops in quite often. If I'm outside doing work, he'll stop in and we'll chat for a while. And can't ask for a more genuine person than Olin. He's a great guy. I remember him growing up when we were kids playing. He was pretty strict. He was pretty hard on the boys, especially. I don't know about the girls, but they worked hard on that farm, let me tell you. I used to go up there and help them. Just do haying and stuff, and stacking hay in their barn. It's a good way to grow up. I don't regret growing up in this part of Vermont at all. So we got all the big logs out of here. I think what I'm going to do though is, rather than keep that last maple branch here, I'm going to just go cut that up quick. I'm going to grab it in the middle, cut the ends off, and I'm going to bring that up right away too. That's out of here. Got the saw here, may as well do it. I'm going to trim both ends of this off, and we'll grab all 3 pieces and bring them up. Maybe warm up a little bit. So this is the red maple here, still in great shape, so cutting through maple like that is fun. Gather these up and bring them all up the top. Wonder if I can get that slab in one grab as well. Let's see. Let's see if we can get them all in one grab. Nope, missing one. Oh, it's a little one too. Let's see if we got all of them. Woo, one of them's hanging on there. Hopefully that stays. Let's see here. Is there any way I can? There we go. There, now I got a better grab. We got them, all 4 of them. Getting pretty windy out. It's supposed to warm up some today, but if that wind picks up, that's not going to be the case. Last load. Oh. Lost grip. Let's just push them along, I guess. At least get them out of the road, and then I'll try and pile them up. There we go. All right. That is it, folks. That's the last of it for today.